Today I'll continue the same different types of send and receive operation in an IPC. In today's lecture I will discuss synchronous send and asynchronous receive. As we have discussed earlier, a synchronous operation blocks a process till the operation completes, and an asynchronous operation is non-blocking and only initiate the operation. The caller could discover completion by some other mechanism. Here in this type of send and receive operation, three cases are there. In scenario 1, the data is requested by the receive operation, has already arrived at the time when receive operation is issued. In this case, data is delivered to process 2 immediately. Here there are two different process 1 and process 2, running on two different hosts. Okay, that means process 1 will host 1 will send, and process 2, that means host 2 will receive, and this is asynchronous receive, that means this is non-blocking. So when data is delivered to process 2 immediately, an acknowledgement from host to IPC facility will unblock process 1. This process 2 will unblock process 1 by sending an acknowledgement. This is the scenario 1. Scenario 2. In scenario 2, this is also synchronous send and synchronous receive. Case 2 for synchronous send and synchronous receive. In this, the data requested by the receive operation has not yet arrived. As you can see in the diagram, has not yet arrived. No data is delivered to process. It is the receiving process responsibility to ascertain that it has indeed received the data. If necessary, repeat the receive operation until the data has arrived. Here is no acknowledgement. And in scenario 3, this is also synchronous send and asynchronous receive. In this case, the data requested by the receive operation has not yet arrived. The IPC facility of host 2 will notify process 2 when the data is requested has arrived. When the data is requested has arrived, at which point process 2 may proceed to process the data. This scenario requires that process 2 provide a listener or event handler that can be invoked by the IPC facility to notify the process of the arrival of the requested data. This is the scenario 3. And these are the 3 scenarios of synchronous send and asynchronous receive. Okay? Next type is asynchronous send and asynchronous receive. That means both the operations will be non-blocking. Asynchronous send and asynchronous receive. That means non-blocking. So in this, without blocking on either side, the only way that the data can be delivered to the receiver is if the IPC facility retains the data received. The receiving process can then be notified of the data arrival, and the receiving process may poll for the arrival of data and process it when the awaited data has arrived. In this asynchronous send and asynchronous receive, both the process is non-blocking. There is a non-blocking send and non-blocking receive. This one is the 4th type of send and receive operation of in an IPC. Okay. This is the event diagram which shows the inter-process communication between two processes running on the two different hosts. So student, please go through this lecture and let me know if you have any doubt. Thank you.